First Florida man, endo de soto. First Florida man, was Hernando de Soto. Won't you so loco, show off your photos, throw out them Twinkies, throw up your ho-hos, tuck in them pinkies. Them shits a no-no. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Got my attention by the man with the mojo. My 8 subscriber, he on my back also. Jump in them sinkies and dump them mimosas. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Hernando de Soto. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Got my attention by the man with the mojo. My 8 subscriber, he on my back also. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome. I'm glad to see you all here on a very rare Tuesday night. There's something I wanted to cover that my friend Frank sent me. So I figured I might as well just do a quick little stream right now and, get it covered and then move on. So we're only going to be here about an hour, maybe an hour 15. I know that people aren't used to seeing me on Tuesday nights, but I'm here. So we have Ron here. Hello, number 2, the Claw. Good to see everyone. So this story that I'm going to cover is a little crazy. Let's put on a little music and I'll tell you about it. So you guys know Frank, right? Let's be frank. He sent me this story on Twitter yesterday, day before yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And I'm like, and what he sent me was just a snippet of this video that I'm going to play in a little bit. And I'm like, I need to dig into this. I need to find out what happened. I need the whole story. So I ended up finding the entire body cam footage and the court documents, and we're going to cover it right now. So let's get into it. I'm glad to see you all here on a Tuesday night. What do you guys think of doing Tuesdays like more often? Is this a good night for you guys? I can't do Mondays. I can do Tuesdays or Thursdays, I think, for like an extra stream. And then, of course, once a month, I stream Friday Night Crime with number 2. Hi, number 2. I see you there. But what do you guys think of Tuesdays? Let me know in the chat. By the way, Ava's here. Zena's also here. You can see her butt. Say hi, Zena. She won't pick up her head. I know how to get her to pick up her head. Zena. Do you want a cookie? Oh, there she is. I told you she was here. You gonna catch? Ava? They both caught it. Anyway, we'll point the camera that way. Okay, so like I said, Frank sent me this, so I wanted to share it with you guys. This happened in Florida, and it happened near Key West. New Yorker makes a big mistake keying a car with "Let's Go Brandon" sticker in the South. Which, is Florida really the South? I don't really consider them part of the South necessarily. They're like the northernmost southern. There's more northerners, I think, in Florida than the rest of the South. What do you guys think? Let me know. New Yorker makes big mistake keying car with "Let's Go Brandon" sticker in the South. Perhaps the Empire State permits lawlessness with its borders. The same cannot be said about the Sunshine State. Body cam footage from a Monroe County, Florida sheriff's deputy shows the moment when he is arrested. Richard Brothers, a New York resident visiting the Florida Keys on a felony charge of damaging property to express his political position. Now, I don't really like Trump either. I don't like many politicians. But let's be adults here and not damage people's property if you don't like their political opinion. That is childish. Very childish. Here's the body cam of this arrest. It's so funny too, because you'll see, I'll pause it every now and again, but you'll see his wife is not happy at all.
Hey, how's it going?
How are
you? Good.
Stop.
So I'm guessing you probably know what this is about, right?
No.
No.
I just checked my truck to see if I hit anything.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm investigating a criminal. It's a criminal investigation. Okay. So before I ask you anything, I'm gonna read you your rights real quick. Okay. And then I'm gonna show you a video, and you can tell me if you remember what it's about after that. Okay.
1125.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of the rights I've explained to you?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Have you asked any law enforcement officer to speak to an attorney?
No.
Okay. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
Yeah.
Okay. So anything you don't want to answer, you don't have to.
Now, I want you guys to imagine you're an elderly woman on vacation with your husband, and the cops show up in your driveway at your rental house. This is probably an Airbnb, or they might own this house in Florida. I don't know. I don't know the situation. But the look on her face, she has no idea what's going on. This guy knows exactly what's going on, but he's about to play dumb. He's about to play dumb.
Okay. So I'm going to show you a video real quick, and I'm just going to see if it jogs your memory about what happened in Winn-Dixie on Sunday night.
I was at Winn-Dixie to pick up some coffee and key lime pie. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what you did when you walked out of Winn-Dixie?
Uh,
To the green Toyota Tundra? It was not raining.
okay. I don't recall. Yeah, I thought it was raining, but
Okay. The green Toyota Tundra pickup truck that you walked up to? You don't remember what you did?
I walked by a truck. Yeah.
Okay. What did you do to it?
I scratched it.
Why? Was it the bumper sticker? Because they've got a ton of security footage there,
Yeah.
man.
Okay. So
I see you walking.
I don't understand being so mad at somebody's bumper sticker that I would criminally damage their property. It's just insane to me. Like I said, I don't really follow politics that closely. I don't really care for any of the politicians, to be honest. I couldn't say, oh, this is my favorite politician. I don't have one. But imagine being so bent out of shape from a political bumper sticker that you would put yourself at risk of going to jail. It's just crazy to me. What is wrong with people? Also, there's cameras everywhere, folks. There's in the Winn-Dixie parking lot, there are cameras. On the street outside my house, there are cameras. They're my cameras, but my neighbors have cameras. Everybody's got a Ring camera. So even just like on a side street or whatever in a neighborhood, there's going to be cameras. But in a shopping center parking lot, there's tons of cameras.
And behind it, and you look over at it, and she's got a sticker that says, "Let's go, Brandon," or something.
Yeah. I guess it infuriated me.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Was that it? That's the only reason you did it? You don't know who owns the truck or anything?
Yeah, that's the only reason I did it.
Okay. So you went on I could see you go on the passenger side, and you left a big scrape on that side, and then I saw you do a circle in the parking lot and come back to it, and then go to the.
That's the only side I did.
Okay. She's already got a few dents and stuff on it, but she somehow knew that those were new scratches. And I could see like something black in your left hand.
Yeah, I won't.
Was it a key
I
or
did it.
was it a key?
There was my key fob. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have that with you? It's in the truck?
Yeah.
Do you have your ID with you as well?
Yeah. The wife has no idea what's going on. She was enjoying a lovely day at the beach.
Hey, puppy.
Got about 421.
Left over a copy, New York.
Good.
Juliet Echo Delta 5084 JED 5084 on a black GMC pickup truck. Do you live here full time or
No.
do Do you know which key you used?
No, I have no idea.
Okay. I'm guessing you know it's expensive to repaint a truck.
Gonna have to repaint the truck.
Did you?
Stupid, idiotic, and I am gonna get stuck in the truck.
I'm guessing you knew why I called you.
Like, listen to the way he's speaking to this officer right now. He thinks he's going to buy his way out of this. This New Yorker visiting Florida, some poor Florida resident. She might even work there or one of the other shops. And I have the map pulled up. We'll show you the Winn-Dixie parking lot in a minute. But just going about her everyday life and comes out to this baloney.
Well,
Do you even remember?
Honestly, at first, I didn't recall. I couldn't even, there was no date, 324. Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was Sunday night.
Sunday, yes. I went there to get coffee.
Okay.
And it's stupid thing to do, but this whole, no excuses.
That's what's brought to.
Get up, pay that, get the parking.
Then you should.
Can you copy a New York deal?
I made a stupid mistake.
The look on the wife's face is priceless.
2 out of New York. Okay, so Mr. Brothers, here's the unfortunate news.
This wife is so pissed, as I would be too, by the way. If my husband was so brain damaged that he saw a bumper sticker and caused $6,000 in damage to somebody's property over it, I don't think I would be as calm as she is, to be honest. I would be so mad. And you'll see
She wants to press charges, so
she gets the wife gets a little more ticked off as this progresses, but just put yourself in her shoes. I feel so bad for her. Like, probably been married to this guy for 20 or 30 years at this point.
let's take you to jail, sir. So I need to turn around. Put your hands behind the back.
Already.
Take my watch off.
Yeah, I'll take it off for you.
Okay,
Do you want her to take anything from you?
well, she needs to get the individual to the airport, so.
Okay. Do you want her to take your car keys?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it costs about $6,000. It's a felony. When you damage someone's property over $1,000, it's a felony. So normally I would get a warrant for you, but since it's a felony and it just happened 2 days ago, I don't need a warrant.
89 Echo 18 Golf Flight 89 Black Color for Transatlantic.
Do you have your phone with you?
I cannot at two phone. You got to take me to the airport.
101 and 7103. Where's your on here?
For a felony criminal mischief.
That's a felony?
Over $1,000 of damage is a felony. It's about $6,000 to repaint a truck.
So what does he have to do? What do we have to do?
He has to go to jail, and tomorrow morning he'll have first appearance in front of a judge.
Tomorrow morning?
First appearance for today is already over. Do you have anything else in your pockets?
No,
Do you want to give her this stuff?
yes, please.
What about your hat? You want to take it with you?
Yeah, hat and sunglasses.
You want her to take it?
Yes, please.
All right, you can grab it.
Oh, sorry.
I have cuffs on my hand, so.
Does he need anything with him or?
Do you want to bring your phone so you can have phone numbers?
My phone?
Yeah, you can bring your phone. They'll let you get phone numbers out of it. All right, fair. I'm going to walk you over here. I got to keep the phone up front with me.
Okay. So one's a little tight.
Which one?
The right wrist?
The right? Okay.
He's complaining about his handcuffs being too tight, guys. They're not supposed to be comfortable. I was going to put it that way. They're not supposed to be comfortable. I hope he tightens up the other one.
Fix it before I get you. Yeah.
$6,000 of damage.
Control 1.
Love 131 in custody.
Portugal.
Here, just face the truck.
I wonder if I should have her bring me some shoes, if that's okay, as opposed to flip-flops.
It's all right. You'll get those when you get out. They'll give you it back. They give you shoes when you're in there.
Great. Stupid.
Yeah, you
Man, it
think?
happens. How old are you?
62.
When I watched the video, I was like, there's no way it's that guy. You should know better.
Yeah, I should know better.
Okay, so you
62-year-old man cannot control his temper over seeing a sticker. A sticker triggered this man so much that he caused $6,000 worth of damage. A 62-year-old man. It's just beyond belief.
got nothing else on you, right?
No, I don't.
Just 1 sec.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and take a seat. I'm gonna put the seatbelt on over top. Watch your head. You're tall, so just be careful. It's not the most comfiest, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should have waited till after I got it to the airport. Oh well.
Sorry, man. I don't know.
No,
if you were,
it's-
I knew you were from Syracuse, so I didn't want to. I don't know if you were getting on the plane or what.
Yeah.
Aussie's it.
Good job. What was his excuse? He doesn't like Trump?
Yeah, pretty much. He said he saw the bumper sticker and it infuriated him, so he keyed their car.
Well, that's going to cost him.
Yeah, it is.
It's like $6,000.
Where his woman is, because I'm not sure it is.
Yeah, 1 sec.
They own the house here, or they renting?
Yeah, he owns it. So this is the house where Klebanowski had a car flee from him, and they pulled into here later on. It's not this guy. It was, at least I don't think it was. It was I remember this house though because I came here the next day. It had a night shift, and I think I told you about that. Remember?
I believe so.
So when I pulled in, I was like, "Oh, I've been here before."
That was the truck in the picture. Huh?
It's a very distinctive
Who-
truck,
who
too, by the way.
identified him?
I did.
No, but how? Like,
Good detective work.
oh, stop.
Good detective work.
You got it.
So then how does this work tomorrow? What do I need to do?
So around 11 a.m., between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., he'll be able to get released. A judge tomorrow morning, he'll go in front of a judge. A judge will read the probable cause for why he's being arrested. You can hear me too, right?
Yes.
Okay. So a judge will read the probable cause for why he's being arrested. A judge will set a bond. The judge could release him on his own recognizance, which means he gets out, doesn't pay anything. The judge could set the bond up to any amount that he sees fit. So the judge could set it at 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, whatever he wants. Then he just needs to pay the bond to get out of jail. So it'll be tomorrow around 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is when he'll be able to get out. Sorry, I know it's sort of shiny. It's shining in your eyes.
No, you're fine.
So I
Sorry,
thought,
Kathy. Stupid.
Don't.
She's so mad.
Okay. So I will just. Where do I have to go? Will he call me or will?
he'll be able to get your phone number out of here. The address is 5525 College Road. It's in Stock Island. So Stock Island's right before you go over that little bridge into Key West.
But he'll be able to call me with that?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to remember anything.
If you look up the college or if you look up the sheriff's office in Stock Island, you'll be able to get there. But he'll be able to call you and he can tell you where he's at too. So it's next to the college. It's got it says like sheriff's office headquarters building and correctional facility. That's where he'll be getting out tomorrow. Okay. All right. I'm going to put your phone and your ID up front with me. Okay.
Okay, arrival. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm sorry.
She's like,
All right.
save it.
Anything you do anything?
No, I'm good, man. Richard, have you ever been arrested before?
So that's
Well, you
the
can-
video. That is the video. And okay, so we have that. So you saw what happened with the arrest. He just admitted it. Like the bumper sticker made me so mad. I couldn't help myself. I caused $6,000 to some stranger's car thank goodness she saw the scratches and stopped and pulled the videotape from the Winn-Dixie and, went through all of the things. But so not only does he now have a civil case, he's going to end up owing this woman however much it costs to fix her car because he's an idiot. But I did do a little searchy search, and I found that he has a criminal case as well. It is a misdemeanor. Unfortunately, they charged him as a misdemeanor. And basically all of this paperwork says is this is his preliminary paperwork. So it hasn't gone to trial yet, but it does say on or about March 24th, 2024, in the county of Monroe in the state of Florida, he unlawfully and willingly and maliciously caused damage to a Toyota Tundra truck. And it was the property of this person, and the damage was over $1,000. So this was his preliminary hearing paperwork, and basically all of these other pages of it just goes through the rules of, you need to file your paperwork at this time, and we're going to set a trial date and all of that stuff. But I wanted to throw all this up on the screen so you guys can see he's going to have a criminal record after that. Like, this is a criminal case, right? So he's definitely not getting out of this. And the judge signed it and everything. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this in the chat. Like I said, I am not political at all in any way, but I thought it was very crazy, just crazy to me that somebody would do this to their own life. Like, you're messing up your own life over a sticker.
Kick it off the bucket list, at least.
Not one of the things I want.
So this happened at this Winn-Dixie. In the article I read, when I would listen to the body cam, I thought it was the Winn-Dixie that's a little further north from here. But that article that I read, unless they're wrong, which it's just another news source, so they could be wrong as well. This is the Key West this is the Winn-Dixie that's in Key West, and this is the one that it's cited in that article. Now, I used to manage shopping centers like this, right? So I happen to know that every Winn-Dixie on the front of it is going to have at least two. If it's in a bad area, maybe more. But this Winn-Dixie is going to have at least 2 video cameras. Right there. And another one on the other side. And it looks like this one in Key West also has a liquor store, which is detached from it. I did manage one like this before as well. And they probably have another camera. Oh, maybe they don't. Is that? That's a bird. It's just insane that you would put your... He had to spend the night in jail for keying somebody's car because he couldn't stand seeing a sticker. So the other Winn-Dixie is up here. This is the one that I originally thought it was on Pine Key. Where is it? Here. Also, it's going to have 2 cameras. And the only reason I think this is because when the officer was giving the wife directions to the jail, he said you go over it's right before you get to the bridge to Key West. So it made me think that they are not in Key West. And Monroe County stretches through all of the Florida Keys, and I think even some of the mainland Florida. I'm not sure. But either way, that guy's he went to jail, and he's got a $6,000 he's got a $6,000 civil case and a criminal case. That's the story that I wanted to bring you tonight. Let's check the Discord and see what else we can get into while we're here. Let's just see what's up. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna pull tabs. I think I have some tabs stored away. I believe that's the case. Let's see what comes up. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just open these. I started pulling stuff for Crimeland for Sunday. And I have 6 tabs already. So let's do these tonight and then I'll get more. I have like hundreds of them in my Discord, right? Okay, so this one I found when I was researching for last Sunday's show. I went down this rabbit hole of people getting shot by police in the state of Utah. And I found this video, and the police work in this video was amazing. And it was a woman cop. And I have to give her props because she ends up taking she takes a shot that just was amazing. So as we start here, you'll see a man holding a woman at knife point. And this officer not only tries to de-escalate and talk him down, but when she has a shot, she takes it and she hits. It was good woman police work. And I highlight a lot of times on my channel, I highlight bad women police work. So when I saw this, I'm like, I gotta highlight the good woman cops too. I have said before that I don't think any women should be police officers, and I take it back. I was wrong. There are definitely jobs that women police officers can do and should do, but patrol is probably not one of those jobs. I'll stick to that. Being just out by yourself on patrol is probably not one of those jobs. Why aren't you playing? There we go. This is going to be graphic, guys. Trigger warning. This is going to be graphic. It is a police shooting, so that's what happens. Maybe I have to keep it small. All right, here we go.
Can you step it up? He has a knife. Drop the knife and... Hey!
I'm going to have to not have it full screen. Hi.
I will tase you if you don't stop. Stop right there. Hey! He's got a hostage.
So this is from her partner's camera angle. She's on the sidewalk. She's on the sidewalk over here, and you'll hear her talking to him, and then we'll see her body cam footage as well.
512, we got a hostage. Stop! Put the knife down, dude.
Put it down!
Put it down!
Yeah, every time I make it big, it doesn't like it. Sorry.
All units be advised, channel 2 is now restricted emergency traffic only, 927.
Put it down!
I guarantee you, dude, I promise you. Look, I don't make promises I can't keep. I don't make promises I can't keep. I promise you that. Hey, look, dude, it's not worth it.
Hey,
Hey.
It's not worth it, dude.
look, this is...
So that first shot, this is from her camera angle. And the first,
Dude, it's not worth it. Put it down.
the first couple of shots before he starts to fall away is all her. And she first of all, she's trying to talk him down. And then she gets the shot and she takes it. It's amazing. It's amazing police work.
I guarantee you, dude, I promise you. Look, I don't make promises I can't keep. I don't make promises I can't keep. I promise you that. Hey, look, dude, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, dude.
Isn't that crazy? Her body, like the hostage's body, was covering most of him when most of those shots were taken, and she did it. The hostage was not harmed at all, and happy ending, right? He's got a knife to her throat right here. I think it's a happy ending. Oh, I'm gonna save this one. This is that DA from upstate New York. We're saving that one for later. No, thank you. Don't sign me up. Pennsylvania man suspected of killing 3 people is in custody, police say. Andre Gordon, the man accused of killing 3 people in Falls Township, Pennsylvania, Saturday morning, is in custody, according to police. He's in custody and no one else was injured, said Trenton, New Jersey Police Director Steve Wilson. There he is right there. 26-year-old suspect allegedly killed 3 people at 2 different homes in Pennsylvania before carjacking a driver and heading for New Jersey. Authorities in Trenton, New Jersey, who were looking to apprehend Gordon, initially believed he barricaded himself inside a home, prompting a perimeter of the area to be set up, Wilson said. Apparently, before the perimeter was completed, the suspect was able to get out of the location unseen. However, our information was that he was still in there, Wilson said. The suspect was actually walking on New York Avenue. He was stopped and identified and taken into custody. Gordon was taken into custody without incident. Let's watch the video. Maybe.
It was an absolutely tragic morning in neighboring Pennsylvania that then evolved into what was a fairly tense standoff when police officials here in Trenton, New Jersey had assumed that the suspect had barricaded himself inside the home that you see off in the distance, and they were staged outside, officers that is, for hours and really negotiating with who they believed was the suspect inside, a man identified as Andre Gordon, a 26-year-old man suspected in those killings that you just laid out. And all of this really ending in a positive result, a peaceful one there when you hear from authorities, including from Trenton Mayor Reed Gasiora. If you would like to join us here, Mayor, bring us and our viewers up to speed right now on how the situation ended. Your officers with Trenton Police, along with other law enforcement partners, staged out here trying to have the suspect come out, but an unlikely end when he was discovered outside of the perimeter.
Yeah, the people inside the house, they went upstairs. They still felt that he was still in the house.
Discovered.
So when they got out of the house on the upstairs window, they told police that he was still downstairs. We couldn't take any chances, and it was still a great resolution by the area law enforcement. They found him 2 blocks away, walking down the street.
Mayor, tell us what that was like for officers who actually spotted him. Did an officer simply see him, recognized him, moved in?
Yeah, he fit the description, and they approached him. He had no weapon on him, and he cooperated and gave his identity to the police themselves.
Can you tell us what police officers found inside that home?
Well, they're looking right now. They executed a search warrant. Obviously, we're looking for the weapon and any indicia of committing the crime in Pennsylvania. He's going to be in our lockup and waiting extradition.
Have you been briefed by investigators regarding maybe any weapons that may have been found on him or in the vehicle that he's suspected of actually stealing to make his way here?
That's what they're doing. They just executed the search warrant, so they're still searching the house and the vehicle.
It's always interesting to me when they interview people right after something happens. Like, he doesn't have any information right now. They never do. They never do. Falls Township Police say they believe Gordon knew all of the victims except the driver, the one that he carjacked. He is believed to be currently homeless and has ties to Trenton, New Jersey area. They added in a statement at the Saturday news conference, police said they had minimal contact with Gordon in the past. Initial reports said the suspect had barricaded himself inside a Trenton home with hostages. But Trenton police detective Lizette Rios reported the people inside were successfully evacuated with no injuries. He is believed to be in possession of an assault rifle. What even is that? Which he used to commit these crimes. It is believed that Gordon may be in possession of additional weapons, the Falls Township police added. That's a very artistic shot of that police tape going up. Very good photographer. Matthew Hatcher. Nice. That's a nice one. The FBI office in Philadelphia told CNN they are aware and tracking the incident and are working closely with our local partners. A shelter-in-place order for the Falls Township was lifted after police determined Gordon was in New Jersey. Pennsylvania State Police said they are assisting with the investigation. Thanks for dropping those links there. Number 2. And yes, Life to the Max, this is from the festival we went to together. There it is. Preble County School Resource Officer arrested after alleged relationship with student. Yikes. This is Preble County, Ohio. The Preble County Sheriff's Office has begun an internal investigation regarding unprofessional conduct of a deputy sheriff. This began Wednesday, March 20th, 2024, based on information found to handle a criminal and internal affairs investigation about a school resource officer assigned to National Trail Local Schools. A school resource officer. So not only is this guy work with children, but he's a cop. Makes me sick. Let's see. He's alleged to be involved in a relationship with an 18-year-old student outside of the schools. Well, at least she's 18. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. First of all, he shouldn't have a relationship with a student. Just wait a year till she's out of school or however many months. What are we doing here? But she is 18, so she's making her own choices. But still, if you can't work in a school and have a relationship with a student, no matter how old you are. I'm just saying that because he doesn't look like he's like an old man or anything. Parents of Lacey Fletcher, who melted into the couch after not moving for more than a decade, were sentenced to 20 years in prison. Do you guys remember this story? It's crazy. The parents of a badly neglected Louisiana woman found melted into a maggot-infested couch were each sentenced to 20 years in prison Wednesday after pleading no contest to manslaughter last month. Sheila and Clay Fletcher of East Feliciana were arrested in January of 2022. I had a frog in my throat. After their 36-year-old daughter, Lacey Fletcher, was discovered dead in a crater on the family's sofa, covered in urine and feces. Lacey, who vanished from the public in 2002, when she was roughly 16, had not moved from the spot for 12 years and weighed only 96 pounds when she was found, prosecutors said. A stunned local medical examiner concluded, I can read. I promise I can read. A stunned local medical examiner concluded that she died from acute neglect and said he remains traumatized by this case. If the medical examiner is traumatized by what you did, you probably deserve more than 20 years in jail. I have seen every kind of death. and dead body in my years of this work, but I've never seen anything like what happened to Lacey, Ewell Bickham told the Post last month. There's the dad. This was the mom. And there's the dad. Lacey had become fused to the couch through her rotted skin where she was found. Her bones were protruding from her body, according to the coroner. We respect the judge's decision. If you had a horse that was in a stall behind your house and you go back there and the flesh is just gone from its body and you can see bones exposed, you wouldn't even treat your animal like that, West Feliciana District Attorney Sam Diaquila told the Post following the sentence. The Fletchers insisted on their innocence, asserting that Lacey was of sound mind while suffering from a severe case of Asperger's syndrome and social anxiety that first flared in her youth. There she is. It's just horrible. They told police that she refused to leave the living room sofa, and they brought her meals and set up a potty for her on the couch. They claim Lacey suffered from locked-in syndrome, a neurological disorder that prevented her from moving any muscles except her eyes. But several sources familiar with the case said that that was false and laid blame squarely on the Fletchers. This is the sofa. Can you guys see that? She was fused to the sofa. It's horrific. According to the case, Lacey's parents took her to a psychologist around the year 2000 when she was 14 and relayed that she was suffering from severe anxiety. I don't know why my phone is blowing up right now, but it's making me want to look at it just to make sure there's no crisis going on. Sorry, it was driving me nuts. You are all silent now. Stop texting me. Stop messaging me. I'm doing something in the middle of something here. They came back to the doctor in 2010 without Lacey and said she was refusing to leave their home and was urinating and defecating on the floor. The physician told them to consider hospitalization, but they never followed up. I'm going to try that sentence again. The physician told them to consider hospitalization, but they never followed up. Close family friend Jess Easley, who knew the Fletchers for 25 years, said he never knew they had a daughter, despite weekly gatherings. Yikes. Clay and Sheila were like model citizens, he told the Post. Of course they were. Anytime they interview a neighbor or a friend of the family or whatever, in any of these situations, like, oh, I would have never guessed. It's not like them to let their daughter rot into the sofa. I would have never guessed that they would have done that. Clay and Sheila were like model citizens, he told the Post. Nice, soft-spoken, or so we thought. I'm beyond shocked at what happened. I've never felt this heartbroken before. Forensic pathologist Dana Tox-Clare found that Lacey's body was riddled with pressure ulcers and that she suffered chronic bone infection with fibers and maggots embedded in the exposed surface of the bones. Maggots were present. How do you not? Oh, sorry. This one's upsetting me a little bit. How do you not notice maggots in your house? Like the maggots turn into flies. So there must have been fly infested as well. This is just really upsetting me. I'm going to try to keep reading, guys. Her cause of death was listed as sepsis due to a combination of multiple conditions, including bone infection, extended immobility, extreme malnutrition, and severe chronic neglect of a special needs individuals. Prosecutors brought in victims advocate Dana Lovett at their plea hearing last month. WBRZ reported, nobody should have to live like she did all of these years, Levitt said. They had so many resources at their fingertips. Why didn't they utilize those resources when she was... Sorry. It's choking me up. Why didn't they utilize those resources when she was actually almost hand in hand with people that could help is beyond me. It's beyond me as well. It is beyond me as well. My co-hosts are here, by the way. They're finally just laying there and being good. They were causing a ruckus a little bit ago. Let me pull some more tabs. I decided to do this stream at like 3 o'clock this afternoon, so I was unprepared. As usual, I'm usually unprepared. But I have about a half a more hour before I have anything to do. So we will see what's in the Discord. Let's see what you guys sent me. Let's see. Let me put on some music. Let's put on some music while I do that. Let me know in the chat if that story choked you up as much as it did. It was so sad. It was just so sad. I don't like all these shorts. People, I know you guys like to put shorts in my Discord, but I don't like to. The shorts don't come across well in a live stream, or I don't think they do anyway. Okay. I'm just going to pull 5 or 6 tabs, and that should get us through a half an hour. So these are in like no specific order. This is just how they came to me. We're just pulling them in order. And we're skipping over the shorts. Oh, here's a good one. I put this one in here. All right. It's been so long since I did a Crimeland episode. I feel like we're going way back. Way back. Okay. That should be enough, right? Okay. I'm ready. Let's see what the viewers like you are saying. Oh, Erica, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I did see Society Red's asking if I saw the article from the guy arrested at Turk. I did see something about that, but I saw a couple of different videos because there's body cam of him getting arrested too. And if somebody wants to send that to me right now in Discord, I can pull it up, but I don't have it queued up. Like I said, completely unprepared. Frank Leslie saying the smell. Yeah, the smell in that house must have been really bad because not only was it rotting flesh, but the maggots and like just the urine and the feces and everything. How did they live like that? I don't know. Let's get these doggos on screen. Thank you, Erica, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Ava knows what's up. Did you see her head pop up? Should we see if they can catch? Let's see if they can catch. Ready? That was a bad throw on my part. Hey, Zena, ready? She missed. We'll try again. Hey, Zena. She got that one. Sure did. Do a shake. Do a shake. Do a high five. High five. High five. There we go. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you very, very much. All right, let's see what this is. This says community honors victims of Monroe County Boat Club crash. We were just in Monroe County, Florida. This is from Detroit, though, so I'm guessing it's a different boat club or a different county. It's interesting that we started in Monroe County, Florida, and now we're in Monroe County, Michigan.
With somebody who says they were inside this club when all of this went down. He says, in fact, that his daughter is one of the victims recovering in the hospital. More on her in just a minute. But this was a birthday party on a Saturday for a 3-year-old child. He tells me that there were roughly 70 people inside the Swan Boat Club, describing what happened when that vehicle crashed through. He said it sounded like an explosion, like a propane tank exploded. And that was just the first explosion. He says the car traveled 25 feet into the venue, striking a bar inside. Another explosion, trapping victims underneath this vehicle. And today we saw a number of people coming out to the same scene, laying down flowers and other tributes, trying to make sense of what appears to be a senseless tragedy. Outside the Swan Boat Club, a memorial of flowers, stuffed animals, and balloons grows bigger. Neighbors and strangers alike come to pay tribute, not knowing what else to do.
I can't even speak to how bad this is. It's unbelievable. And this is a small community. I know everybody involved, and it's just tragic all around.
And it's just touched our hearts, so we wanted to come drop off a stuffed animal and say a prayer for the families.
All brought here by a tragedy that unfolded Saturday afternoon. According to the Monroe County Sheriff, a 66-year-old woman was behind the wheel of this car, caught on home security cameras, speeding down a narrow...
What did I tell you guys earlier? I said there's cameras everywhere, even on just residential streets like this. And that here we are with her getting caught on a ring cam or a home security camera.
Dirt road, crashing into the side of the Swan Boat Club house. During a news conference on Saturday night, the sheriff says the car traveled 25 feet into the building, killing 2 children. 13 others were injured. The 2 killed were 8-year-old Lana and her brother, 5-year-old Zane. Both are named in a GoFundMe account, along with their mother, who's currently in critical condition.
What would you say that this community needs going forward here?
I don't even know, togetherness, support for each other. Yeah. That's about all you can really say, is we just need to support each other.
On Monday, another GoFundMe account for a young woman named Leah, recovering in the ICU after the crash. According to her dad, she was attending her 3-year-old cousin's birthday party. As for the alleged driver, a 66-year-old woman who lives close to the boat club, the sheriff says she was at a local bar prior to the crash. An attorney now representing Verna's Tavern issued the following statement, quote, "We are saddened beyond words by the news of this horrible tragedy. Our most sincere thoughts and prayers go out to all those that lost their lives, their family members, witnesses, and all of our community that is in pain due to this incident. We ask for patience during the investigation, and the justice system will be allowed to uncover the actual facts surrounding the accident," end quote. As for the suspect, that 66-year-old woman, we're told right now she is in jail, Monroe County Jail, being held on driving while intoxicated, causing death. She's expected to make her first court appearance sometime tomorrow. Reporting live in Berlin Township, Dave Spencer, Fox 2 News.
Imagine making the choice to get behind the wheel and drive drunk and then killing 2 siblings. Insane. Oh, and here's her court case. Okay, here we go. I believe this is her in court. Is the next video up?
Your Honor, again, Bill Clovis on behalf of my client. Your Honor, I think the court has served.
I don't know what's going on. Why, when I make it big, it doesn't want to play. I think I need to restart my computer is the issue.
Judiciary for many years. and understands and appreciates that at an arraignment, the client has not been found guilty. We don't have prejudgment penalties. What we do have here is somebody, when looking at bond, any favorable and unfavorable facts. The favorable facts are my client is 66 years of age. My client has no record whatsoever. In fact,
She should know better. That's not a favorable that she's 66 years old. That means that she should know, just like the 62-year-old we covered at the beginning of this show. They should know better.
she has never even received a traffic ticket of the 50 years of driving. She's better than I am. In 60 years on this earth, she's never had any traffic involvement. She's never had any law enforcement involvement. I think that adds a little credibility to her side of the table. In addition, she's owned her residence, which is about 400 feet from where this took place.
Oh, wow.
For 40 years.
Erica was saying that she lived very close. 400 feet is very close.
She's retired from a position and was living a peaceful life with her husband in retirement. What the prosecutor fails to mention to the court is that she has a history, and even the neighbors in the news media has said that she drives like a little old lady when she drives. You got to drive around her.
Obviously not. This guy's just pissing me off even more by what he's saying. It's pissing me off even more.
That in addition, that my client has a history of having seizures. And this history has lasted since last November. It started of an epileptic type seizure in her legs. In fact, that's that day she was treated for it. It's not like her to drive.
Drinking. Yeah, exactly.
If I may continue with all due respect from everyone, a search warrant was executed at the bar that was allegedly where she was at. The bar showed that she had one glass of wine 4 hours prior to 3 o'clock, between 11 and 12, and a bowl of chili. That was confirmed with a search warrant of what the receipt was. In addition, that no doctor told her not to drive. The doctor told her not to drive for a number of months, very few months, and then she could operate a vehicle. About a month prior to this accident, Your Honor, because I want the court, I'm not doing a trial today, but I want the court to know everything in setting the bond. That this is not a monster. It's horrible what happened. Absolutely horrible. I have 2 children. It's absolutely horrible. But some things we don't have control over. If I have a heart attack at my age, I don't have control over it if I'm operating a vehicle and it hits somebody. So, Your Honor.
Okay. I understand, lawyer guy. I get it. But let me know, because I don't know. But if you have a seizure, like the medical people, like the doctors or medical people, like the hospital would be able to tell if you had a seizure. Is that correct or incorrect? I don't know. I've never had a seizure before, but I know I have a cousin who has a seizure condition, and he, like, you can tell when he's had a seizure. Like, do you see what I'm saying? But it's not my immediate family, so I've never been in the doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So I don't know how it works. I just know that I have a cousin that has a seizure disorder. They could also tell if she had one glass of wine 4 hours ago, she wouldn't. How much alcohol was in her? Like, what did the test say? I need to know what the test said. That's what I need to know what the test said.
The 1.5 million in the murder charge, I don't know where that's coming from, but they have to prove it. And respectfully, Your Honor, we would ask for a $100,000 cash or surety 10%. She can have, the court can order home confinement. Police have never been called to her home. She doesn't even have a speeding ticket if there's such a substance abuse at 66 years of age. So we're asking for home confinement along with 100,000, 10% cash or surety. In addition, she can have an alcohol monitor. Any violation whatsoever, bond revoked. But she gets medical treatment. Absolutely gets medical treatment. In fact, they have all the prescriptions she's on at the jail, which are numerous because of the paralysis she gets once in a while in her legs. And it's all documented. Now, I'll bring forward the medical records. So we're burning somebody at the stake by just craziness. Just
first of all, there's 2 dead children. So if she has to sit in jail for a little while before trial, like, it's not burning them at the stake. At the trial, you'll have all your chance to bring out all of this evidence of her seizures and her paralysis or whatever else you're claiming. And what I really want to know is what her blood alcohol was. I'd really love to see that. He's not mentioning that. I'm noticing what they're not saying. I'm noticing that he's not telling us what her blood alcohol test came, because I guarantee immediately when she got to the hospital after that crash, they took her blood and they know exactly how much her blood alcohol was. Why is if it was below the legal limit, I guarantee he would have mentioned it like 5 times by now.
crazy words being that because there's been deaths, which is horrible, absolutely horrible. But we have to go back and say, how did it happen? If me, Bill Clovis, has a heart attack on the freeway and I hit somebody changing a tire, I can't be liable in today's society.
Yeah, but your ass wasn't drunk and you gave purposely burns to this shit, so they're 2 different things.
Again, let me repeat. They did a search warrant and it showed 1 glass of wine 4 hours prior. Thank you, Judge.
May I respond, Judge? Please. Your Honor.
How do you keep going? Not hit, no break or turn.
Who was yelling out in court and why are they not being held in contempt is what I want to know. What is going on with these judges in the last few episodes that are just not taking control of their courtrooms at all? Not at all. Like, I understand he's like on the side of, you know, the like not on the defendant's side. I get that. But you can't be just yelling out in court. You can't do that.
Because sometimes you have a seizure and your legs freezes up.
Your Honor, there is no indication.
Also, why is the lawyer answering the hecklers? What are you doing? What is this kangaroo court that's going on right here? It's a little crazy. A little nuts.
Freezes up.
Your Honor, there is no indication whatsoever in any of the evidence that we have uncovered in this case that the defendant suffered from a seizure.
I tried. Can't make it big.
Incident. In fact, quite the opposite. A very long investigation has occurred. There was a preliminary breath test done, which indicated that her blood alcohol level was significantly over the legal limit.
I knew it.
What's more is...
I knew it. Significantly over the legal limit. That's not 1 glass of wine 4 hours ago. Even if you never drink, and even if you never ever drink and your blood alcohol, I don't know how blood alcohol works either. But if you're, I know if I have 1 drink, I get a little tipsy. I would not drive on 1 drink because I drink so rarely that 1 drink does make me a little tipsy. But after 4 hours, I would be fine to drive. If her blood alcohol level was still significantly higher than the legal limit, which in Michigan, I believe it's 0.08, then I think the only state where it's lower than that is Utah, where it's a lower than 0.08. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think all of the other states is, I could be wrong, but was significantly higher than that. That's not 1 glass of wine 4 hours earlier. So she either had a flask in the car or was pre-gaming or post-gaming or whatever.
Is based on, she indicated herself that she had some seizure issues and she was on some medication and that she wasn't supposed to be drinking, but admitted that she had been drinking that day. So she is a danger to this community, and that is illustrated no clearer than the 2 dead children that she is directly responsible for. A $1.5 million bond in this case is a gift, and that's what I'm asking the court to consider.
How do you save the community from...
The rumors are that she drinks in her car in parking lots.
Excuse me, rumors.
Interesting.
Hopefully they don't have rumors on any of the people here today.
In the state of Michigan, if you have a seizure,
Your Honor, may I continue? Yes. Thank you.
she took my two grandbabies.
Start
almost killed 3 of mine in the same day.
This judge really needs to like get his courtroom in order. This is not only is it crazy that people are yelling out in the courtroom and nobody's doing anything about it, but it's even more mind-boggling that the lawyers are answering the hecklers. Like, what is happening?
I don't know if you can mute for right now. Your Honor, again, if it's the safety of the public, there's no history whatsoever. Number 2 is she can be put on an alcohol tether. Number 3 is she can be put in her home. If she violates her home to go get her mail, she can be picked up and put in without bond. We'll stipulate to that. So, you know, the court's seen many, many people, thousands of people before the court, and it's seen criminal history. We don't even have traffic ticket. It's absolutely horrible, but we're not punishing somebody before they're convicted. Thank you.
Wow. That case was intense. I'm going to follow up, or I'm going to have Erica follow up because she's the one that sent me those stories. When this goes to trial and stuff, send me the stuff, Erica. I'm going to follow up on that one. That judge was like, what was happening? Okay, this is one that I believe my mom sent me. She's not here right now. You can Mom's not here, guys. Go crazy. Cause of death undetermined for Georgia college student found after 40 years. So this dude was missing for 40 years and they found his remains. Which is that's a long time.
Some new developments in the nearly 50-year-old cold case investigating the disappearance and death of Auburn University student Kyle Clinkscales. Tonight, the Troup County Sheriff's Office says it has officially closed the case, with the GBI now ruling his death as undetermined.
11 Alive has followed this case for decades now after the Auburn University student disappeared in 1976, last seen at the LaGrange Moose Lodge where he bartended. 45 years later, in 2021, authorities found his car and his remains submerged in an Alabama creek. With the GBI now listing his death as undetermined, Troup County says the case is considered closed unless new evidence is discovered.
So I'm pretty sure what happened in this case is he just lost control of his car and ended up at the bottom of a creek, and they didn't find him for almost 50 years. But I guess we're never going to know because they're not investigating anymore. I just thought that was a little crazy.
Tonight, a big break in a cold case dating back decades. The Troup County Sheriff's Office revealing today a missing Auburn University student's car was found this week, 45 years after he disappeared while driving back to school.
Investigators are now hoping the items they just discovered inside his car will help them figure out what happened to Kyle Clinkscales. Brittany Kleinpeter joining us live right now on the set with more on this story. So many questions here, Brittany.
It's such an interesting story, really. And I talked to several people who knew and grew up with Kyle, and they just tell me that the LaGrange community has really never forgotten about this case.
For 45 years, we have searched for Kyle in his car.
A cold case that went decades without any answers, maybe closer to the truth after a shocking discovery Tuesday.
Yesterday, the Chambers County Sheriff's Office called our office and asked if we were looking for a Ford Pinto, white in color. They gave us a tag number. We ran the tag number, compared it to our case file to determine it was indeed Kyle Clinkscales' car.
Officials say someone spotted a Ford Pinto peeking out of a creek in Cusita, Alabama Tuesday morning and called 911. They confirmed through the tag and VIN it's Kyle's car and found his wallet and ID inside, along with what appears to be several human bones that were caked in mud. The Auburn College student was last seen on January 27th of 1976 at a club in LaGrange where he bartended. They say he left the bar that night to head back to Auburn but was never seen again. The sheriff's office says the car was found about 3 miles away from what was likely Kyle's usual route home. We spoke to his parents back in 1996, 20 years after he first went missing.
And you got something tangible to say, this is it. Then you don't ever give up hope.
Oh, I feel
Friends of
so
Kyle
bad.
say his
I feel so bad for the parents. They just never knew. They just never knew what happened to their son. He went to college and never arrived. That's just heartbreaking.
disappearance has engulfed the LaGrange community.
It never ended. Everybody was always wondering if he was going to show up somewhere.
Lauren Griffin dated Kyle back in 1975 and says everyone knew him in a town of only a couple thousand at the time.
You know, sweet guy. Most of the time he was very quiet, but he was very kind to everyone.
Kyle's mother passed away this past year and his father died in 2007. The sheriff regretful this break didn't come sooner.
Yeah.
And the GBI is now helping the sheriff's office determine if the bones are in fact Kyle's remains, and if so, how he may have died. At this point, they haven't ruled out foul play, but they're also looking into the possibility of a person in the car may have simply driven off the road and crashed into the creek. Originally, the sheriff was investigating this case as a homicide, but no one was ever convicted of actually killing him. We're taking a closer look at that coming up tonight at 11.
And I would think that the GBI is going to take maybe weeks or months to go through all that evidence once again in that vehicle to find out what really happened.
Yeah, I think we're definitely in for a long.
Yeah, so we watched that in reverse order. So, but they did the investigation and they didn't find anything, I guess. No cause of death or anything like that. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. I'm kind of sad that his parents never knew what had happened to him. That's very sad to me. Seems loud. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Thank you guys very much. The big crowd, 25 on YouTube, is great for a random Tuesday night stream. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I haven't eaten dinner yet, but I urge you all to go over to Kfar's stream. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. He's starting in 1 minute from now. So head over to the Kfar Reacts channel. He was on my show on Sunday and we talked about that sovereign citizen in Utah that got himself killed by police. There was another one that happened while I was researching that case in Florida, and that's what Kfar is talking about tonight. So head on over there and I will see you guys in the chat. Come back again here on Sunday. We're going to do another Crimeland. I had so many tabs. I had to get through some of them tonight. So thanks for coming. I appreciate it. And then we'll see you on Sunday at 4:30 Eastern for the usual show. The usual. Come back. You'll see Zena and Ava and me, and we'll tell you all of the crime stories. But for right now, head over to Kfar's stream. It looks like there's already a bunch of people in there right now. We'll see you there. Bye, guys.
First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man, Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Won't you so loco? Show off your photos, throw out your Twinkies, throw up
thrills, needed a new track of land. I used to dig the Simpsons, man, bumping Biggie, Pop, Smash Mouth, and Simple Plan. No scrubs for the crease in my pimples, damn. From the south streets of southeast Michigan, hitting shuffle till I settled on a different jam. And when a dime won't do, a better nickel can. And let me tell you, when I used to dig them Simpsons, man. A funny thing about time, you can't get it back. A tight grip, but it rips the jacket. Slight lisp with a mix of traffic. You see about me, like Mr. Glass, always wished I was a whiz at graphics. Take me back to the past where the hits were massive. You could hear Gladys Knight and the Pips on plastic. Misfit molasses. Delete my contacts just so I can stick to glasses. Feel that skipped out, so I miss the classics. Aristotle of the bottle, Seneca of the sinful action, senator of the simple maxim. I swear for a skillful Saxon, I'm still relaxing. Who wanna take a dip in the mind sauce, making up for the time lost, forgetting all my past was when I sign off. Crime bribe, crime rib, Agent Smith, crime boss, popping red pills till my mind's off, mind's off.
First Florida man. Endo de Soto. First Florida man. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Won't you so loco? Show off your photos. Throw out your Twinkies. Throw up your ho-hos. Tuck in them pinkies. Them shits a no-no. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Brought to my attention by the man with the mojo. My 8 subscriber, I'm a fagoso. Jump in them sinkies and dump them mimosos. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto.
Threw up that blue pill, moved to a new track. I slew the foothills of that voodoo sap. Microfiche tape decks, I'll sift through that, cause I'll do anything to get the old Simpsons back. Give me the news that make my mood react. I'll swim through the sewer just to make it to the truth intact. And you can shine up that voodoo with new shellac. I'll still do anything to get the old Simpsons back. Imagine thinking Karl Marx is new school Klingon like Huzu. They welcome the ways they can bring on the boots, dude. Declare a major, they get paid to pollute you. Self-ashamed neighbors never gaze when they scoop you. I wonder how we fight it. The 6th step is never enter in my tent uninvited. The 5th step is produce, no skills is no use. 4th step community preference is unity. 3rd step is nation, it's somewhat location, mostly relations, that's the situation. Next step family, patriarchal sanity. Safe under the canopy, ain't a place for anarchy. 1st step I just got to say it, no showboat. Step back and soak up the logos.
First Florida man. Endo de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Won't you so loco? Show off your photos. Throw out them Twinkies. Throw up your ho-hos. Tuck in them pinkies. Them shits a no-no. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Brought to my attention by the man with the mojo. My 8 subscriber, I'm a fagoso. Jump in them sinkies and dump them mimosos. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Hernando de Soto. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Brought to my attention by the man with the mojo. My 8 subscriber, I'm a fagoso. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto.